So we've got Slayer's Puzzle here, the red Protoss in the top right-hand corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, and his opponent's going to be Polt Prime. Down in the bottom left, we already saw some amazing games out of Polt in the last day that we casted together, which I don't remember who he played against.
It was back on Wednesday. Yeah. So
who was he playing against?
On Wednesday in the round of 64, he played. Not coming back to me at the moment. But
anyways,
yep,
we've seen some awesome games out of Polt before, and there's no surprise here. Polt's a very good player.
It was Vibe. It was Vibe.
That's what it was. Yes. Played a really.
I was trying to think of Koreans. That's why I was like,
Korean. And then it was like the only North American we casted that night.
Yeah, so a couple of people probably wondering, yes, this is Next Puzzle. This is from formerly Xenx Zero. Then he became Xenx Puzzle. Then he was picked up by Slayers. So over the past couple of months, he's undergone a lot of name changes. But he is officially Slayers Puzzle and absolutely one of their better Protoss players. Now, his opponent, Polt Prime, is also known as Optimus Prime, as we like to explain in most our casts. He is the best player in Prime Wii at the moment, so they designate him the title Optimus. So even though it says Xenx Puzzle versus Polt Prime, we really have Optimus versus Slayer's Puzzle.
So my question is, if, say, Marine King becomes the next best player in the House of Prime, does he get the name Optimus?
Yeah, if he would take over as the highest ranking player at the moment, then yes, he would take Optimus, and then Optimus would go back to Polt.
Really?
Yep.
That's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just...
Because Marine King was Optimus for a while.
That's true.
Yes, he was.
It's totally true.
Yep.
They should just give Optimus to one player, just leave it like that.
I like the designation, though. It's cool. There's a reward for being, like, everyone is looking at you and saying, yes, you are the best player on our team. Have this awesome moniker of Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Well, all right. So I guess we have Polt, a.k.a. Optimus here. He is going to be the blue Terran in the bottom left, and it is a TVP on Xel'Naga Caverns. So always interesting, Terran versus Protoss in the beginning early stages to see what route the two players opt to go for. Is a Terran going to fast expand, map that is kind of closed, map like this that's kind of close distances, they might opt to put the command center inside the main, and of course, what is a Terran going to go with? He's going to go with that dreaded bio ball, going to go more of a drop-oriented play style, and what's the Protoss going to do?
Polt is showing what I see out of most Terran players recently. He's going reactor first on one barracks, nice delayed scout there, catches the Marine off guard.
Gets it.
He does see the expansion, I'm sorry, not the expansion, but rather the first racks with reactors being constructed. I imagine we're going to see a second with the tech lab here in a second, unless he decides to save up his resources. But
sorry, one more thing I just got to add in. The other thing that Terrans are doing now is the 1-on-1 all-in, too. So that's the other thing we have to keep our eye out for. Basically, what I'm getting at, is a Terran going to expand and play a standard game, or is he going to go into that 1-on-1 play style that is so difficult for Protoss to defeat? And if so, what is the Protoss' response? Are they going to go with that 2-gate or 3-gate Stargate, or are they going to go for a more traditional expand style of play?
Well, I mean, usually if we zip back to about a month ago in StarCraft, most people were doing 2 racks openers with aggression against 3 gate openings with a little bit of a structure wall or something like that right here as well to go ahead and ward off a few units, add a little bit more protection in there. But like you correctly pointed out, most people are going after the 1-1-1 now, and actually we see Polt saving up a lot of gas. Reactors being used on the barracks. This could easily turn into, we could do one of 2 things. You could go straight into Marine Tank Banshee if he wants to do super aggressive all-in behind the back of a few SCVs. Looks like Stalker poking up there, but taking a little bit of damage. Polt, nice reaction time there. Does manage to do a little damage. But he at least drives it away.
Actually, he did lose 3.
Yep, and so there's our first tech lab. It is going to time just about the time the starport could get done, or we could see the more conventional, almost beta-esque style, where there's a Marine tank medevac timing push, just timing with that medevac coming out.
Yeah, but nowadays, whenever I see a Terran player go for that barracks factory starport, I almost feel like, why would you play a standard, Marine tank medevac timing push when you could just go for that 1-on-1 all-in with the Banshee, which is so good? It's so much better than any other build you can come up with if you've already got the barracks, factory, and starport. So we see Polt now getting the cloak for his Banshee. It almost certainly looks like he's going to be doing that, and Puzzle has gone for the 3 warp gate expand, and since he doesn't have a Stargate down, since he doesn't have a robotics facility down, he will not have anything to deal with the cloaked Banshee, and this could just be a very quick win for Polt Prime.
Yeah, we'll find out though. I have seen players take this down. I mean, there are. I mean, you were mentioning 4-2 gate Stargate, 3 gate Stargate. Certainly a pretty effective way to deflect the 1-1-1 pressure, but there are other ways to go ahead and do that as well. Mass warp gates is pretty effective as well, and then you don't lose too much economy. Oh god, but it looks like a Stalker went down, and that with these Marines moving out with a Cloaked Banshee going to be in store is actually going to be very difficult for Puzzle to hold. I'm not saying that one Stalker was going to make or break him, but it's those kind of little mistakes that are actually going to end up working pretty well for him.
Oh my god, he can't lose this Banshee. Very close right there. He needs to wait for that cloak to come up before he can really engage. And once again, where is the robotics? Yes, so Puzzle is making a robotics facility. He is going to have an observer out to deal with the Banshee. But that cloak is now just kicking in. The Banshee is making its way into Puzzle's main, and meanwhile, Polt's going to pull back with his Marines. He does have one tank out in the middle of the map, and wow, Puzzle just making a 3 warp gate push, force fields the tank.
God.
That's actually really bad, and the tank is going to go down almost instantaneously, and wow, Polt is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Polt is actually taking a lot of damage to his SCVs. Let's actually take a look at this Banshee. Those Banshees already racked up 3 kills, but bear in mind, Puzzle's going to be producing off 2 bases here in a second with double produce probe. Another Cloaked Banshee goes down though, and Polt actually cleared up all those forces from Puzzle, and now Puzzle is at a huge deficit, down to just 29 supply, and has not found an answer for that Banshee yet. Has 5 kills and going to continue to rack those up.
Yeah, actually, Polt held that off really well. He did lose a lot of SCVs, but as soon as that Cloaked Banshee came out of his robotics facility, he was able to take out that entire army because Puzzle didn't have an observer on the offensive. So now Polt has held down the attack. He's done very well for himself. Despite Puzzle having that Nexus, it doesn't matter because Puzzle's just not got any economy. He's still taking damage due to this Cloaked Banshee. The Marines are making their way across after defending that attack, and there is a tank to boot as well, and this could just be GG.
We'll find out. Polt's going to make his way up. He loses one Banshee. He needs to cloak the other one because that observer wasn't actually tailing along with the rest of the attack units for a while. And yeah, Puzzle just doesn't have anything to deal with this at all. He's going to lose his expansion, and he's going to lose his entire attack force. And I hate to say it, the rest of his production facilities as well. Polt is going to be able to take this game.
Yeah, Polt has definitely got this game in the bag right now. Well, there is a possibility that Puzzle can kind of wrap around, but yeah, there comes the cloak, and that's going to be the end of that because, of course, the comms have to be able to pick up the obs, and next puzzle, GG's. Slayer's puzzle, excuse me.